let me make this point on the dual nationals, because Sky loves us to get
Sky. He likes them. He likes them. I said we should bring all of them.
Why not? It's true. They will improve us
because he said Algeria do the same.
I'm coming to break something down for you. So there's a big difference, and people should listen to me carefully on this. There's a big difference between your average Ghanaian diasporan-born child and your average Moroccan, Algerian, Tunisian.
Hold on, Nigeria.
Hold on for me, honestly. Hold on. DRC born kid. So hold on. Your average Moroccan kid who is born in France, Spain, or Belgium or Holland exists in a community where they speak his language. Most eats the food, knows without Casablanca. Most oftentimes goes home every break to Casablanca.
There's that connection.
They exist in large communities that are in contact with each other.
So even though they live in Europe.
So he lives in Belgium and feels like he lives in Little Casablanca. So he knows who the top player in the Moroccan league is, or knows who the top player in the Algerian league is, who is the most, which is the best supported team. In fact, grows up in a house that at the dinner table
they discuss
what is going on with their football, why this player is doing this.
The socialization.
So the socialization is very, very different.
So this is true for Morocco, Algeria, DRC.
For the North. And
what about
the DRC?
Senegal?
The Senegalese as well. I'm getting to that point. Your average Ghanaian-born diaspora kid exists in a silo most of the time. And you know, even for the UK kids, the community is strong, but they feel they are more UK than they are Ghanaian. They are more British than Ghanaian. If you met your average Senegalese-born Londoner and your average Ghanaian-born Londoner, that person would tell you all about Ziguinchor and this and that, because they are regular conversations. The Ghana kid is telling you about any. You understand? So the socialization is very different for them. So when it is time to make an approach to an ill man in Ndiaye who left Senegal, whose parents left Senegal to go to France, went to school in England. Emal Ndiaye didn't grow up in France.
Plays for Everton.
He grew up in England. And he went to school. He went to secondary school in England.
Hey, seems that a big guy.
Yeah. Then went back to France. Then comes back to England to play amateur football and then gets discovered, but ends up playing for Senegal. Why? Because when you listen to him, he tells you the conversations that are being had, his affinity.
He's a Senegalese.
He's Senegalese.
Even though he's
had that multicultural upbringing of and he's a proper Dadabi.
Charlie, I think the problem has been.
You understand? So the conversations that
is this true for the Ivorians too?
Yes, and
it's a French thing.
Yes, and I'm coming.
No, I'm sorry. So I'm harassing you, but keep going.
Yes, this Morocco in the past 1 year have made the best use. Morocco, Senegal have made the best use of that dual nationality window more than anybody. Look, they are taking the Dutch-born Moroccans, they are taking the Spanish-born Moroccans. Anybody with a chance.
Once your name sounds like their own, please come home.
You see, and one, it is helped by the quality of the project, which is something we have not been able to perhaps explain. If you go to a Joshua Champong, what is the quality of the project? He's used to working with a certain kind of facility. He's used to working in a certain kind of environment. He expects that when he comes to Ghana,
things will be great.
Things will be the same as what he sees at Cobham. If Morocco go to Saibari at PSV, who is Dutch, and says, come, when he goes to the King Mohammed facility, it is better than what he's used to at PSV Eindhoven. In fact, it gives him a better opportunity to improve himself as a player, because off-season, Morocco will tell you can come and use our facilities for free.
Jesus.
So you train in those. So the pitch is easier. In addition to the fact that Saibari understands that every vacation he's in Morocco. He's at Wedad games. He's at Asfar games. He's at this. He knows this person. He knows that person. In fact, his best friend perhaps is playing
for some team
in Morocco. So it's very easy to have those conversations with them at a very early stage. Look at Mbaye Kamara.
Yeah.
PSG's next.
Charlie, he's the next guy.
It didn't. If 10 years ago Senegal would struggle to convince that boy,
but he's now Charlie.
They didn't have to beg. That once the approach is made, he looks at the quality of the project and the fact that when you listen to him, he tells you, well, it's a community. These are my people. Senegal played against Peru in Paris in front of 63,000 people.
Which means that they are following in Europe and in
There were
Africa.
63,000. Most likely 50k of them being Senegal French.
Wow.
You understand? That is the feeling. So
it's not the same for us.
It's not the same for us, and I think that is where the difficulty lies in convincing a Callum Hudson-Odoi, who or a Danny Welbeck back in the day, whose first trip to Ghana was when he was 21. You understand? I'll give you an example of a successful one.
We came to Ghana only last year.
See, Semenyo was a bit easy because if you look at Semenyo's father and his mother, Semenyo's father played football here.
Yeah.
His mother was here for a lot. She used to act in Ghana,
and they have very close ties to Ghanaians.
It's a very no, even in Ghana, it's a very Ghana-centric conversation they have.
Yeah.
So even he wasn't at his peak when Ghana approached him.
Correct.
You understand? But it wasn't difficult for him because the Ghana leg is familiar to him.
Yeah.
We interviewed Tariq Lamptey. What did he tell you?
He was now trying to,
because his father, Hasman, has those conversations consistently with him. His aunt was having those conversations,
and even his father was very deliberate about
it. So even before he accepted the call, he'd been doing work in Ghana for 5 years.
Yes.
Before Ghana even approached him, he'd been doing work on the quiet in Ghana for 5 years. Every vacation he's here doing something in Cape Coast, doing something here, doing something there. So if we want, the socialization doesn't change, approaching these dual nationals will become tougher. So I agree with Sky. We must improve the quality of our pitch because we must pitch to them. But the pitch becomes easier.
Using pitch in the sense of,
approach them.
Yes, not the pitch.
Yes, yeah, approach them.
We can also add that one because as you explained, if the facilities are
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, what
we must combine those two, but we are also at a disadvantage. I am saying we must admit we are at a disadvantage just based on how our socialization is. They have large communities that are consistently engaged. Our communities are not designed like that.
I'll say something. You see how
abroad that
if you go to